Bambofo ya ewo enkoko mekyerɛ MTTD ene wɔn de nhyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi ato hɔ no a wɔn hwɛ sɛ ɔkwan so kosakosa hoda ubɔ no wɔn bɛsa apagya mu bi edua dene sɛ yɛwura bronya bosumi mu atrentwie bi mu ekomrika tentenom ne adeɛ ne betumi aba fam nipa efa mu hwe wɔn kwa ɛwɔ bronya bremu ne nyina brase Adom TV kaseɛ ene nkoko police commander tichu MTTD edi nkomo yi
a divisional MTTD, there's a national directive say we should clamp down in the sleeping drivers. And a part of directives are Inspector General of Police thereby so comply with at our division here. And here say Krumunbedaho, not in Mamufon Watomo, not a Jumana Kosuyi, not drivers a DM Rasso. And here say baby you can't so Mujinano, ye clear nephew. That's what we did. And here go so ye before during and after the S-Mass in a room, yeah, if you say discipline, be a Juma.
We papa no ayade, a boy and drivers for one pa. First year him so high, but I say, you said the oil and Wamakrum Swati. They say a quite mudaho, I would me cause Amba.
Amakoma be a Quamudaho my Yaba, Santamo and a penny, Yansa, a baby job in the Tentame a quick fee. The Adana sounds of my.
I have say in Coco, Cruna, you mono. You need bus stop be our say a honey jina the afanipa. Be private car jina or not taxi a could now. You bet your taxi no a private car no. Be taxi no funny park on your channel. The also private car and 18 pound flow because on one packet or Tanawa say next door host where they you could see a numele. And this one no and cause traffic. The other is a taxi in some cause traffic.
There, Papa na you crumble there and the clean air. Aye, dana se paase pama krumati. Ne mumu no, kula yomu yeni ba stop home. Enti no, se oba uja ba bia yesi achiro. Eno na edokure ni, echire ya adwen pa kakra.
Etwa kase so na Aflao district ene circuit court. Enso ede enipa nan akwakoto apotifo ekokumu. Apotifo eye SWOOP bi wi achire nipa duasa enan. Aflao ne importamu enubone niema ensem fata bicycle motorcycle wo mu use enya ne kwan paso no ena yede wo mkogina adaka mu ebinom wo mutosini ewo munti Adom TV etwaso
Aflao mensin no aseni bia etna ase no enipa miensa ena sisiada wode omo atwene aban kukuma a wotwen se obefra omo ewo aseni bia honom biem edi wonasem na se nipa miensen kasafonyini bi ebeto abonten a na wo hye aposifo ne asrafo atade a wo Ghana eni Togo ahye so na wo gigi sika ewo enipa bi hu na won hwehwemu ema ne dedi se nipa miensen enye empanyimfo ye adwuma ewo ahobambo adwuma yekunim enipa ni sape atono a wadi mfie aduana minu mensa Emmanuel edimfie aduonu nsia agbosun Jonas edimfie aduonu nwotwe na womo echi no na abrantewa a wadi mfie aduonu anidin ene Bless Joseph ono nso ekopie mu ewo Aflao circuit court a ono nso sobo a wode ball no ene se na wokuta enubone enipa nyina ekogina circuit court ene mensin court no wonsam okan ene se asem a court no de to wonso nyina no ebie ne hono ma wodi fo nanso court no ede omo atom a wo hwe se eye opepon bosome da etoso nsia ewo afia peminu ene aduonu mienu mu obefra omo biem edi wonasem eno echi no enipa aduasa bi enso wo hono ma aposifo akwachi omo ewo hono ma wo bo aposifo ama waye enhwehwemu na se nipa ye okwachi omo emu edu num efri akachi a wo mo na omo di motorbike edi nsamone ewo hono
Mrashabedwafo asetena wono ekoye no ne won de aba na wieye se E-LEVY ebeji atum ya nyi antum na nkosi hwe nti no general bismo de tosudu enwoche eno mbesa aba na fe won ma betena se ebume Adom kase etwaso.
We adjourned the House yesterday and we indicated to ourselves that we'll be reconvening here at 9. We've been waiting all this while, making necessary calls, but thus far, nothing responsive. And I think where we are, if we take an adjournment, it will allow cooler heads to come back to this house, and then we can then come back to continue the transaction of business in a much more serene environment. It's important that we carry the country along, and we need to demonstrate to the country that our democracy is growing and will not suffer some of the unacceptable sins and spectacles we've witnessed on the floor. Mr. Speaker, the leader have suggested, I only can concur, that you adjourn the House Senate for further consultation on the outstanding issue. Thankfully, appropriations have been passed, so the minister can keep the country running and keep its institutions running. I second the motion for adjournment.
Actually, nipa mienu bi ya wo susu se abemu a wanya mfie dunkuna na ochi okada ewo krobodwa so wo Brim North mensin mu wo poemantemu ni wo no wo mu nim ho bie no ya kire safo no Adom TV edeba
about last month memory that me twem ni 1 month ya yedu okrobodwa so na oye okada enti oye juma be 3 o'clock going but ye na ye hunu ye friend life ye hunu ama ye di asem no eko police station ewo san kobo efianse ahinkufo amane ama ye borderu ejuada no ye nra ni 1 week ejuada no na obi ebe kira police phone say papa bi osi okona ekum ewo nkoko kwan so.
All right. And okohu amuni wo ho meba ehonde good.
Ewo na ekum ene de nye sini de ye komochiri ana ye koyi abofra no de aba enti ye ba no akokada fo ni nyina di odidi ye ni medisi di ye me fi ambulance ni mu bi enti ye ba no fan probia fi sanye bi mu me ho nkrofo mi enu bi omo kita sikan omo shenike omo tini na e rock basabese ibi
enti mukohu saa nkrofo no amususu se omo ne di saa omo ye rituals no mukohu omo amusie ho
pacho emusio de yankohu om e wo no
na de nti na mo bom suspect se omo ne yes ade no
ye kroma no ye hu om hada ana already no so no Monday na e dia be bokwa no Friday no nipa 2 baby ka chese nipa 2 e di moto frequency e be gira ho e be video e di koye enti ye ya jin da o se ye ri amkrofo fun omo ye sa ade no enti ansa na ye di sa suspect ni be ma wo no sa amkrofo no ye hu mo kru mu ada
Adom TV bedwam kase da oguso ehwe no na homa binase ohine ya wo ho de adesere na eto aban nanim osere wo mo kwan no aban meye ma won ni sansa kwan ne nyenti no amane ma bebre aka kire wo ho wonfudi aka nwuram mutime fa ma montene ti won meye mfa ma wo mo na fe wonya so mfa so Adom kase ne nana eto ankomo iso
aban eku kocha no ye besin semia ene o ye besin donyina eje se titirifu ni humabranse de ase enkan man ho
titiri so obi yale ni ade ne kwa hospital kwa ne nye ye bedu ne nipa kwa no ayam le ni abo akire anaso konya nda ba ni se aja bi awaka obi fa ne kwa hospital ma ye ne sasa ye kwa ne nyenti nipa cross me nko e bi aje se ye ha abobo ye bi na bi nipa cross dem obi awanyem no kwa hospital awaka na okwo no da abobo ye ma ne ye de ne ko e be wo so ne sa anse bi kudu kwa kudu hospital ye de no wafiri
ye ha pa ne toilet no jana no koso pa mu a ye wo so no kro ntime ne
ya na ye ba ko ye ne me nyina ye ne aja na ba ko so ye nsuo so sa ye sra ba so wo mo
President Mills di vat by sa amanfo twa ho ayi nan ne nsem bebrebe ema de no so de je kra wo sati so still na nkofo ka ho ase say E-LEVY tax ya ban di be ebebo ye kwan pi so ye hiafo a ye gukrum he enkaye yesi wo mu ayeti ebia oti amanone a wo mane wo maame anase asikafo a obi a wo nkran parliamentarians nkwe ka wo mu che obia asu hwese no a ye bo ho ake
National Security Ministry no ayane say resec ahodoɔ ɛwɔ mantam no mu no wɔba bɛsɔ wɔn asene esan nneɛma bi enhyɛ dan toto na kwan mu yie wonya akadeɛ nti no mpempe no ya na ama wɔn nnwumadie mu no ɛyɛ atosini ɛno nti ana ɔsoafo ɔhwɛso Albert Kandapa wɔn akyerɛ sɛ wɔn de ho akadeɛ ɛma wɔn mo sɛ bɛyɛ wɔadwuma no a wɔyɛ no ɔbɛkɔ so ayɛ ne yie.
Last month, for example, I embarked on a working visit to some of the rectors to identify challenges that militate against the effective execution of their mandates. Inadequate resources for the activities of the rectors stood out as the main challenge that render the councils inefficient. The President has now approved the allocation of funds aimed at catering for the activities of rectors, including the payment of enhanced allowances to members of rectors, and this money will now be kept at the National Security Ministry here.
We recognize the critical role we play in the security architecture of our nation, and I'm happy to hear from the Honorable Minister that so far he is satisfied with our output. And as he has said and said already, we can do much more if the resources are made available to us, if we can motivate our people to be more alert and more aggressive to make sure that the challenges we face are nipped in the bud. We've heard some positive news this morning, and on behalf of my colleagues, I want to thank the President of the Republic for listening to us, and for National Security Minister. He's always available to respond to our needs, and he has visited us severally to find out what we're doing in our various regions, and the good news we will send to our people.
And someone prison, prison na show may neduafia hudo nyina mu. Na ama hokyere pa na de abra wo me ya make say yesi hospital anes de ama wo no mo ene adwumayefo ye wo ho sebaya wo ma wo mo ewo ho nso bibia betumi akoyie de ama wo ma Director General da Ghana Prison Service Anora Isaac Ejiri wo no ejina mpanifo anamu de nsema hudo bi etudwa.
It is for this reason that the prison administration restructured its directorates with the creation of a health directorate to give health issues of inmates and officers the needed attention. I wish to indicate that a lot of strides have been made with the introduction of the health directorates. These include upgrading of prison infirmaries and health centers to a clinic, also to polyclinic and hospital status. There have been also capacity building programs for health professionals and recruitment of health professionals, just to mention a few. Notwithstanding, one major challenge has been the location of these health facilities, as they are all sited in the prison yard.
Yesi Emma Apomode Edema Omo Bama Yeshomo no aye prisoners aye officers any omo te aye insawom community no ye hu se bebre ewura prison nim na babaji ayarehwe but ohwa prison aye baby a security ne very tight so omo ba aye na akwanya no hyeda enda ho 13 enti ye decided say ye be ye bi wa bonten said ye be ya o ma onkomu be ra prison nim nyina no ye be hwe mu wa ha eno ne de edi kan
Adom kasia na oguso etie no na ye konkwanta south a wono bridge bia na say atete apansam ye wo dejebu ene mpanifo hyase ya wo siesia asomdue afa ne ntoma pa efra
end of January no anka ye ejuma we na yetime bubu old one no na omo use kwan no etime use diversion one na fe de ye biwe na ye besiesie dada no na dachi bia no ya sabe bubu de yayi na yetime use new one na ye vampire sa ban betiaka na ye ready certificate mo sa
abehu ha no mo ya de pa na em say etra kakra ho etra kakra ho cause nia omuye yi no dade de no ma ba be challenge no ha engineer no me challenge no ana ma chance say bridge ya wa ye no ebe bene ana o say da bi den na mimini ana me say ye ni hwe kura kuro na ye kura say na wa ha o ma mutim no o mo ye kuro fo nti no enu ni abene nti ni amaba be hunu se sia yi so no eye na so mentimi ho mu gusu ye
we politics in free sa adu we ho so yi politics free ho a kuro na egu akire nyina no NDC fo wo na MPP fo wo PNC fo party bia ni paka ho den ti na o mo mre o mo ho as na o ma ye adepa no amaye enti yesre o mo sa duma wo ya o mo be yi o mo
ye winya o mo ye ni tuntu na ma ye papa na ebe do mo ase o ma paso mo ye sa bidu na ka we nkwan de nkenye
Abesira wa ma ya ma no ene amu na ma ye na wa ye nkwa de a ye de me ase ebi won contract of no bit ma charge we say na we na ka enti yesra be say amu mo de na say ade amanya yi nkwa de a amu mo de say mo ye activity say free sa area we bana ana activity
Mienya no so na Adom TV kase no ha na brama kwan na no pa de asie medi afia amankwa tamaklo agudie mu nsam eto aso Professor Yike wala say ba mambot e de ahosepɛ bɛba fisam wo ho na fempensempensemu aba promote ansam foforo nso ebeba edase